Hi there, welcome. Today I will be doing my first update on my project pan. I'm gonna warn you, some of these have very good numbers and some of these don't. So if this is your first video of mine that you're watching, or if you didn't watch the project pan intro that I did, a goal of mine for this year is that I want to finish one makeup item of each makeup category that I have. So I have a big project pan going on right now, but it's going well. I already have one empty, so let's get into it. Big disclaimer, I am in the middle of a cold right now, so if I sound a little bit weird, that's why. And if you hear a weird noise, it's because my cat is on my lap, purring and having a nice time. So if you hear little that's what it is. Mommy needs to blow her nose. In my project pan intro, I didn't have any pictures, but in this one, I do have before and after pictures, and I also have weight updates. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get started. The first item in my project pan is my Hydro Grip Milk Primer, and we went from this to this. I reached for this one 23 times, so I think that if I keep it up, I should be done with this in maybe 3 or 4 months, maybe. So I'm optimistic about this one, because that would mean that I can finish more primers. The starting weight for this one was 72.83 grams, and now it weighs 64.35 grams. I enjoy this primer because it's not primer. I enjoy this primer because it helps my makeup stay on no matter what, and since I do walk a lot, that's a really nice thing for my primer to do for me. Next, I have my Putty Eye Primer by e.l.f. and this one I reached for 25 times. It is hard to see progress on this one because I use so little of it every time, like I only apply it to my eyelids, and this is reflected in the weight because in January this was 15.81 grams and in the 1st of February it was 1572 grams. So not a lot of product used up in January. This might take me throughout the entirety of 2024, but that's alright because it's actually a really nice eye primer and it's so cheap that, you know, you can't be mad with this product lasting you so long. Next I have my Vitamin C Under Eye Brightener by Pixi. This one, it's such a hard product because sometimes I like it, sometimes I hate it, but I never love it. I'm still not sure whether this is makeup or if it's skincare. I kind of use it as makeup, as a color corrector under my eyes, just because when you apply it, it does come off a little bit orangey, which I don't know how to feel about it because I think that with my skin tone and the kind of dark circles that I get, a peachy tone would work better. But nevertheless, I have it and so I want to finish it. However, I do have some good progress on this one because I reached for it 19 times and we went from here to here. Its weight in January was 1381 grams and now it's 1332. So almost half a gram. And I think this one based off of that should be done maybe by July or August. I hope so. Next I have my Coverage Foundation by The Ordinary. Now we're gonna see a jump of weight in this one, going up instead of down, just because this shade was a little bit too dark for me and I have to troubleshoot it. And I don't have time in the morning to be mixing different foundations, so I kind of just dumped everything in here. And so I just grabbed a foundation that is too light for me and I mixed it in with this one to make it match my face a little bit better and make it wearable because this literally looked a few shades too dark for me actually. And so I reached for this one 13 times and its weight was 39.82 and now it's 53.64. So like I said, it went up, but that's okay because actually the foundation that was too light for me, I poured all of it in here. So when I do finish this, I would have finished 2 foundations, so that's fine. But because I did have to mix those foundations, now this is basically full. Before it was kind of like here, and now it's all the way up here, so this might take me most of the year, almost the entirety of the year. I'm not sure, we'll see. Next I have my CC cream, which is decanted into this packaging, which now is falling apart basically. So soon I'm gonna put it into a different kind of packaging, into a blush actually that I'm going to declutter, but I'm just going to dump out the product and I'm going to keep the packaging, and I think I'm going to put this in there. Anyway, I reached for this one 11 times and in January this was 84.49 grams and now is 82.83 grams. So not a lot of product used up, but also not a little bit. So I think if I keep it going, this should be also done before the end of the year. I'm not sure when. It is a really nice CC cream for when my skin is feeling dehydrated or not at its best and it really can't handle the full coverage. You know, one of those days where really less is more, this is perfect for that. So I'm enjoying wearing it. Next, I have my Flawless Brightening Concealer by e.l.f. and I reached for this one 21 times. This is just an okay concealer because it doesn't provide a lot of coverage. However, when my skin is going through it, in this month of January, it was going through it because I upped my dosage of tretinoin, and so I did have some really heavy dry patches around my eye right here and a little bit under my eyes. So this one was nice because it doesn't exacerbate. So this one was nice for those dry patches that I got while my skin was adjusting, precisely because it's light coverage and it's a lightweight formula. In January, it was 9.71 grams, and now in February, it is 8.71 grams. So almost the same as the under eye brightener, which makes sense because I applied them both to the same area. Next, I have my Soft Light Blurring Powder by Becca. I know this is supposed to be blurring, but I don't think it's blurring, at least not on me. It doesn't make me look airbrushed or anything like that. I'm in the middle of a cold, so I get out of breath really quickly because I also have asthma. So there might be a few more jump cuts in this video than normal, just because I have to catch my breath between sentences sometimes. Anyway, some powders do make me feel a little bit airbrushed, but I don't think this one is one of those, but it still does the job. You know, it sets the makeup, it helps it stay in place, and yeah. I reached for this one 24 times in January. Its initial weight was 97.30 grams and now it's 96.89 grams. Now I tracked all the times that I used these products from the 1st of January to the 31st of January, and I weighted all of these products on the 1st of February. However, I only took the update pictures until a couple days later, so maybe the weight that you see on the after photos is not the same as the one that you'll see on the screen, but the one that is accurate is the one on the screen. With the after photos, you're just getting a sneak peek into the progress that I'll have done in the month of February. Next, I have my No Filter Setting Spray by ColourPop, and would you look at that progress? It's so good, it's so big. This is definitely gonna be gone by the end of February. I'm so excited. I reached for this one 22 times and its weight in February was 77.30 grams and now is 51.26 grams. I'm so excited to have this gone. Not because I don't like this setting spray, I don't love it though. I don't feel like this one helps my makeup stay in place like other setting sprays do, so I'm excited to actually get this out of my collection and never have to purchase it again. But it is hydrating, so for those days that, again, my skin is kind of going through it and makeup is not setting right on top of it, this one actually kind of helps. Next, I have my Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in this shade Sunset Striptease. I reached for this one 19 times, and as you can see, I have hit pan on it again. I am so excited. I repressed this maybe back in December, and it was a very thick blot of makeup on top of it, and now it's gotten so thin. And yeah, I hit pan again. I'm so excited. Hi there, editing me here. So I'm an absolute idiot and I read the numbers wrong, so please just refer to the screen for the accurate numbers. Next, I have my Chic Kiss blush by Milani. And would you look at that jump? I'm so happy with this one as well. I have this one in the shade Nude Flush. I reached for this one 17 times only, and look at that huge jump. I'm so happy. I think that if I keep it up, I can finish this in maybe 2 to 3 months, which is gonna be awesome because finishing a blush, even if it's a liquid one, it feels like such an accomplishment just because it's so hard to finish blush. However, this is a very thin, low pigment formula, so whenever I do wear this, I use a lot of it, which explains the big jump, but still, I am excited. 3 more months and I'm gonna have finished a blush. How cool. Its initial weight was 11.85 grams and now it's 10.42 grams. Good job, me. Keep it up. Next, I have my highlighter, the Strobing Balm in the shade Bubbles by Winky Lux. This is what it looks like. And now the goal for this one is hopefully to finish it, but even if I just hit pan on it, I'll be more than happy just because highlighters take so long to use up. There's not a lot of progress in it. However, I do see like a nice dip forming in the center, even though when I wear it, I do kind of like swirl my finger around all of it. I don't know. That's just how I always do it. I reached for this bad boy 22 times in the month of January. Its initial weight was 21.45 grams, and now in February, it was 21.30 grams. So not a lot of product in itself being used, but that makes sense because I'm only applying this here, here, and maybe a little bit on my nose. But in reality, I only dip in it once or maybe twice every time I wear it. So it makes sense that it's going so slowly. This is definitely gonna stick throughout most of the year, if not the entirety of the year. It's still not be done, but that's fine by me. Next, I have my eyebrow gel by Reputation. If you, like me, have been clowning for Reputation, Taylor's version, to come out, I feel you. But how are you feeling about the new album? I am so excited. I was driving when I found out, literally on my way to watch the Grammys with a friend of mine. I had some prior engagements, so I couldn't watch from the beginning. And I literally, my phone started blowing up like, have you heard? Have you heard? Are you watching? And I was like, what's going on? I wasn't driving when I got the text messages. I literally had just gotten on my car to start driving. And then I was like, what is going on? And then a friend of mine told me, like, she just announced a new album. And I was like, I told you guys. 2 years ago, when my boyfriend, my best friend, and I were getting ready to go see Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour, huge tangent. I don't care. I want to talk about it. I told him, like, I think she's gonna announce Speak Now in 1989 in 2023, and then in 2024 she's gonna announce a new album, because she usually, except for Reputation, she usually announces or releases a new album on a non-odd May, like 2018, 2020. That is when she usually releases new albums, except for Reputation, because she waited an extra year because she was getting canceled. And nobody believed me. Everybody was like, no, she's not gonna do that. She's in the middle of a tour. What is she gonna do? At a whole extra set? And I'm like, she might. But nobody wanted to believe me, and I was right, and I missed the announcement. But everybody thought that she was going to announce Reputation on that day, and so that's why Reputation came to mind when I was talking about this product. I am wearing my Taylor Swift like merch today because I am a fan girl and I don't care. I have been such a huge fan since I was 12, and I'm just so obsessed with her music. It makes me so happy, and I'm so happy that she broke the record and that she's on top of the world. She's such a great musician, such a great songwriter, like, oh my god, and such work ethic. She deserves all the success that she's having, and I'm so happy for her. But anyway, next I have my Revolution eyebrow gel, and this one, it's an okay eyebrow gel, nothing spectacular. For the price, you really can't beat it. I reached for this one 19 times, and its initial weight was 13.39 grams, and now it's 12.72. If I keep going like this, I think this one is also gonna take me 8, maybe 9 more months, but that's fine. So far, I would say I have used up about a third of the product, which would make sense. I've had it for about 3 months, maybe 2. Next, I have my Lift and Snatch by NYX. This is a brow pen. I reached for this one 18 times, and its initial weight was 6.14 grams, and now it's 6.04 grams. Next, I have my Champagne Pop highlighter by Becca in this kind of stick formula. This is really nice. I actually don't wear this as a highlighter. I wear it on my waterline to bring some light to it. I reached for this one 20 times, and in January this was exactly 3 centimeters, and now it's 2.8 centimeters. So still a long way to go. Probably the entirety of the year in order to maybe finish this. But even if I don't finish it, it's gonna have such great progress that eventually it'll be done. Next, I have my e.l.f. liquid liner, and this bad boy is about to go. I am so sure of it because the little wand is coming off drier and drier. Eventually, it did start to get like a bunch of clumpiness around this part of the wand and also in here. So I actually cleaned that out with like a napkin. I just went like boop, boop, until I got all of it out. And then it also had a bunch of clumpiness in here. I also took that out with like a Q-tip, and so we're gonna see a huge drop in the month of March just because I took all of that out. But even then, I still have to sometimes dip the wand a little bit more often when I'm applying my eyeliner, even though I just do like a very simple line. But I think maybe top 3 months I give this, if not February. It should be done so soon. I reached for this one 18 times in the month of January, so I did really, really good. Its weight in January was 7.26 grams, and now it's 7.10 grams. And before I started project panning, I would never do black eyeliner on my eyelids just because I think I would forget. But now that I have been doing that for like a few months, I actually really enjoy it. It makes my eyes look bigger and kind of like a little bit more lifted, even though I'm not good at making a winged eyeliner because I have hooded eyes and I just don't have the time to invest in learning how to do that on hooded eyes. So I just do that very simple line and it works really nice for me. And so when I finish this one, I think that I'm still gonna miss that technique, and I don't know, it might become a permanent part of my makeup routine. Who knows? We'll see. Next, I have my Super Shock Shadow by ColourPop in the shade Moonwalk. Now, this shade, I have it twice, which is why this is in my project pan. I don't mind having it twice because I do love this color. It's a very foresty kind of green. I hope that translates properly on camera. And so it really matches my eye, and it is one of my favorite colors to wear. So this is actually a shade that I would easily wear every day. I do want to finish it because I know that Super Shock shadows sometimes can dry out, and I don't want that to happen to this one. I want to get to the other one before either one of them dries out. So hopefully I'll finish this year, but if not, even if I just hit pan, that'll be great. At the beginning of the month, this still had like the engraving that it comes with. It was basically brand new, and now all of that is gone. So that's good, even though there's no dip or anything like that. I reached for this one 8 times, and its initial weight was 13.33 grams, and now it's 13.29 grams. So not a lot of progress considering that this comes with 2.1 grams, which is a lot. But we shall try. Next, I have my Man Eater Waterproof Mascara by Tarte. This one is almost done. I can feel it. It is feeling drier and drier. It doesn't clump my eyelashes as much. I still can get a full like effect, but I think this one is almost done. And the sad thing is that I love mascaras the most when they're about to run out because I feel like they don't come out with a bunch of extra product, and so my eyelashes look more... Alright, so my phone stopped recording, so I'm sorry if this looks in a different kind of frame or if I'm in a wholly entirely different position. I just had to restart this thing all over. But like I was saying, I like mascaras when they're drying out the best because they don't deposit extra product on your eyelashes, and I feel like it looks more natural that way. So I know that this one is going out. I reached for this one 23 times in the month of January, and it went from 24.36 grams to 23.61 grams. So maybe this one will last me this month, at the most the next month. And one thing that you should know is that I do not follow the 3-month rule on mascaras. I know that people say that you should throw them out every 3 to 6 months. I don't do that. I just keep wearing them until they give out. They don't deposit anything on my eyelashes. And you know what? I've never gotten an eye infection. I've never had any irritation, any problems. And so I'm gonna keep doing it, okay? Don't come for me. Don't tell me it's bad. I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing it because not doing so feels wasteful. And if the mascara is not irritating my eyes or giving me any issues, then I don't see the point in throwing it out. Next, I have the very first empty in my project pan, and sadly, I lost the packaging. I thought I had put it away to show it on this video, but I have no idea where it went. I don't know if I threw it out, my mom threw it away, or if my cats ate it. They didn't eat it. But yeah, somehow I lost it, but I did finish my chapstick in the flavor cherry. I know that that's technically not a makeup item, but I do count my lip balm as a makeup item in my makeup inventory. And so I'm gonna count it as a success and the first empty in my project pan, and I'm so excited about it. I decanted it when I couldn't apply the product anymore directly from the packaging. And now the packaging where I decanted it, it is completely empty, and I'm so excited about it. I reached for it 47 times, and it went from 0.8 millimeters to completely 0. Next, I have my lip liner by e.l.f. in the shade Deep Brown. This is a really soft formula, so in order to have an empty every month, I want to aim to finish it this month. In the month of January, I reached for it 10 times, and it went from 2.2 centimeters to 1.3 centimeters. So basically, in 10 uses, I used up almost half of it. So I think that if I can reach for this one 15 times, I should be done with it, and I'm gonna aim for that. Next, I have my liquid lipstick in the shade Peach, and sadly, This is the lowest number in my project pan for this month, and I only reached for this one 5 times. And because liquid lipsticks are so hard to pan and you usually don't reapply them very often throughout the day just because this one stays on, I know that I have to do much better with this one. This one went from 17.21 grams to 17.09 grams, which I think that for 5 uses only, that is very, very good. So we'll try to go for 10 this month, and hopefully I will be able to bump it up so that I can finish it by the end of the year. Next, I have my lipstick by Winky Lux in the shade Purple. This is one of those lipsticks that, ew, it has a cat hair on it. Oopsie. This is one of those lipsticks that changes according to your pH, and I have used a bunch of it. Like, look how far this one goes down. So nice. It is a hydrating formula. It goes very well on the lips, feels nice, it fades very nicely as well, but sadly I only reached for it 7 times. And yet this one went from 1.8 centimeters to 1.5 centimeters. So that's pretty good, but still this will be one of those products that I decant and put it in another container. So therefore I have to do better with this one, and overall with my lip products I need to reach for them so much more and make sure that I carry one in my purse or in my backpack when I'm in school, and then I'm reapplying it throughout the day. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be seeing the progress that I want to see. Finally, for my lip products, I have my lip tint by Bath & Body Works in the shade Why Not. And this is in my project pan because although I love the formula and I love the color and it is so nourishing and hydrating on the lips, the packaging sucks and now it's falling apart. Look, the thing that protects this fell off, and then the lid is like completely broken. I carried this in my purse right when I bought it. I was so excited to wear this, and then it started breaking on me, and I'm like, what's the point if I can carry you with me in my purse? What's the damn point? Anyway, I reached for this one 10 times, and it went from 1.5 centimeters to 1.4 centimeters, so barely any progress at all. I need to do better. Although I have used a lot of this product up already, look how much I have left still. Like, I need to get on it. But that's what happens when you have too many lip products in your project pan. But that's alright. We'll write it out. It'll come towards the end of the year. It'll get better. It will be fine. I also forgot to mention earlier, I have my Photo Focus Concealer, which is in a shade that is too dark for me. Therefore, I wear this actually as a liquid bronzer, and then I just set it with a powder bronzer. And this one, the wand is coming out drier and drier every time. So hopefully this one will be done and gone, I would say maybe by June or July. But I'm not sure because it's been a while since I have panned one of these. I'm not sure if I have ever panned one of these concealers. I reached for this one 24 times in the month of January. So I also read the numbers wrong on this one, so just look at the screen please. I'm sorry. So I think that's good progress, and hopefully I'll keep it up and we'll see also awesome progress in the next month. And next, for the last 2 items that are like bonus items in my project pan, these are the items that I just want to hit pan on. First, we have my Super Shock highlighter in the shade Candy Plus by Colourpop. Now, I don't know why a highlighter has to be this big. It's so massive. And although it is beautiful, I am actually wearing it today all over my face. It is so glittery, and I don't know, I just want to eat it. I do like the pink undertone that it has, but because I only apply this here, maybe a little bit on my nose, and sometimes all over my eye, I haven't seen great progress on this one yet. But maybe by summer, I will start wearing this on my shoulder or on my chest, and it'll get better. Chest. Sorry, with my Mexican accent, it's actually really hard to pronounce the sound CH in English, just because I am from the north of Mexico, and so our CHs, we just pronounce them as sh instead of as ch. So sometimes it's really hard, so pardon me. So yeah, maybe I'll apply this all over my chest, and then we'll start to see some pan. And so I reached for this one 14 times, and it went from 59.70 grams to 59.59 grams. So that's actually, I think, really nice progress when it comes to weight. But in such a huge highlighter, I don't think it makes a huge difference. I don't even see a dip just yet. And the reason why I have these bonuses in my project pan is because Besides finishing up makeup, I also want to start seeing more pans around my makeup collections. And finally, I have my blush by Becca in the shade Songbird. And this is such a tiny blush compared to the highlighter. I have been loving this one along with my Nude Flush blush. Just because this one is such a liquid formula that it doesn't really fully set, and I like to set it lightly with this one, and they pair up really, really nicely. They're basically the same shade except one is in a liquid and the other one is in a powder formula. Now, I think this is a mini. I am not sure. I bought a bunch of Becca Cosmetic products when the brand closed down, and a bunch of their products ended up at Marshall's, and I really stocked up on those. However, this is quite literally just a blush. I don't think it outperforms any blush from the drugstore that I have, and most of my makeup collection is either drugstore or ColourPop. So very cheap products. I am a cheap girl. I don't buy anything high-end unless I find it on a huge discount at Marshall's or Ross or TJ Maxx, or maybe on a Black Friday sale. So I would be super pissed if I had bought this at a regular price, full price, and gotten this. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't know if I would pay full price for this. I probably wouldn't. But either way, I already have it. It's nice. I enjoy wearing it. And so I just want to hit pan on it. And so this month, I reached for it 14 times. And it went from 43.62 to 43.44. And so I don't know when I will hit pan on this. I don't have a dip at the moment going on, but we will hope for the best. So that is it for my Project Pan update. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, let me know what you think. How am I doing? Do you think am I doing well? Not so well? What do you think? Am I being too ambitious with my project pan, or is this actually feasible? And if you are doing a project pan yourself and you're documenting it online, whether it's on Instagram or on YouTube, please let me know. I would love to go ahead and follow your progress. It is so motivating for me to watch people do project pans and seeing them hit pan and finish up products. I am not as fast as some people online, but you know what? I do my very best. Sometimes I don't comment just because I never know what to comment. I'm so bad at it. I don't want to sound fake, and sometimes I just don't know what to say. I'm like, yeah, you did great, but I don't know. It just feels so dry to just comment that, like, yeah, you did great, but I don't know. It's hard for me, but either way, I will be watching and follow you, and I'm trying to leave more comments because I know it's encouraging, but yay. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Say hi.